discussion of my deep learning of year-1st, year-4th, 2026 to 2027. These are the 5 steps of deep learning. First, understanding the concept, solving. Second, solving method. Should I tell what are these steps?
It's okay.
Same steps I just copied.
Yes, yes, I Then you tell Yes. Then you tell which step you done.
Understanding the concept done. Solving numericals half done, I can say, not full. And practical application as per the book, it is not done. And practical application in my own surroundings. So in science I observed something, but I did not read practically. And fifth step is not done. So learning in science, so this is the nature's treasures. So this is chapter name, chapter 11, nature's treasure. I complete this chapter, and there is total 16 question, but now I am in question number 11. 16, 1 6. There is 16 question, but now I am at I completed 10 questions, 6 questions are left. And in math, so first I will talk about science. So science in nature's treasure, I read about air. So air is also a treasure of nature, and it is also very important for human or for everyone, because we are taking breath from help of air. So if
And if
air
we
will
don't
be,
have air, what happens?
we will die, because air is very important for living in the earth. And fossil fuel. So fossil fuel is coal and petroleum. So fossil fuel.
You have a question?
Yes.
Go ahead. You only if you have a question, then you interrupt. Otherwise, if you don't have a question, you already interrupted. Now you go ahead with the question.
We have questions.
Can you tell before?
Yeah, I know you had this question. So this same I learned in another chapter also. I don't remember that chapter name. But in this chapter also, because it is this chapter is about nature's treasure, and fossil fuel is we can say I don't remember the definition. Fossil fuel, coal and petroleum we get from trees and dead animals, which is I already told about. If trees get fall down, if any tree is dead, it went down in the earth.
Then, so if a human dead and we put it in the down of the earth,
Not human, only for the animals like animals like
sea creature.
yeah, sea creature you can say.
Your question is what? Only humans? What?
Okay,
What
telling
about
that-
humans?
Who is dead, he then become dead.
I said plant.
Yeah.
Who can become
Plant.
fossils?
Fuel.
Fuel.
Yeah.
Humans cannot become fuel? Why not?
I did not.
If animals can become, why humans cannot? I wonder that if plants, animals can become fossil fuel, that if that is the statement,
Animals which live in sea.
in the sea,
Sea creature.
what if an animal has been thrown in the sea?
I did not read about it. I did not search.
And if a human throw in a sea and he dead.
But so I said I did not read about it. What about
It is not mentioned in the chapter. But if you want to do deep research on it, it's an interesting topic. Because you like crimes and all those things, so it looks like from there also. We can make a chapter. Alright.
And water is also very important for our living in the earth, because if but air is more than important from water. Means air we can take breath type of air, and
Okay,
water is also important, but water is fresh, clean water is less in our earth. So many water.
2% plain water.
I write it somewhere in my book, but I don't remember how much percent.
From 2%.
So I read about it, save water. Like sometimes people doing in the morning when people wake up and do brush, they just on the tap and just leave it while doing the brushing. So I read about it when you are doing brush in the morning. So while you are doing brushing, you have to turn off the tap. So water will be saved. So many types. He said they explain to save water, like if you are first example of this is
Now I
when
will
washing
tell you.
clothes, washing vegetables. If you are washing vegetables, and then you can use that water, you can put in the plant, and watering in the plant of that water which you are using in cleaning vegetables. That water which is left, you can use in
The
your for watering the
mother of
plant.
11
So
we
these are
were
so many
playing
examples they
with
give
chicken.
of water.
Time for eat food.
And then sun is
Happening
the
that
source of
time.
energy on our earth. Like
Remember my nose.
sun give me light, and it is also sun give us light. And if sun is not
We cannot
present,
make natural light.
sun is give us natural light. But if sun is not present,
We cannot make artificial light.
sun give us natural light. I am not talking about this light. I am talking about sun.
Speaking about nature's treasures.
Sun give us natural light, and sun
Sun
give
is
us
not
energy, a source of energy on our earth.
Sun is not there.
Yes, they are also talking about that if sun will be not here, so plant cannot make food.
We can make artificial light. Artificial
Plant can make food. How?
No. Artificial sun we can make. We cannot make artificial sun. Okay.
Plant cannot make food. So like if you are wheat and जो गेहूं का फसल होता है, जो राइस का फसल होता है, they are doing.
If sun will there, if sun will not there, human cannot live.
Yes, how human can do, how plant can make food, how human will eat, what human will eat.
Well then eat.
People can eat non-veg, but that which people will eat, like example any animal. So they also have to eat something. So they can alive, so people can eat.
Main thing, if there is no sun, there is no light. So what would be the temperature here? Probably our existence would not be possible.
Yeah.
It would be such a cold place. Also, we would not be able to see other people. Even if you try to put matches or anything, good jayega. It will blow away. So without the sun, we will extinguish like the dinosaurs. We will perish.
So in the night there is no sun.
There is no sun here, but there is a sun in the other hemisphere of the world, right? So there is a certain temperature across the earth. But what you are saying, if the sun was totally not there, then the effects are
Yes.
Soil, rocks. So soil and rocks. And soil is. I learned about one thing which I don't know about soil.
type of soil is there?
I don't know. I can tell you, but I have only look in my notebook. No, but science of class 7, not of class 6.
I find kind of class 3.
Have you started? क्या हुआ? Too easy?
No. अभी उतना problem
क्या problem? What problem? Which problem is there which cannot Prosola be applied?
problem is that I did not, when I will complete class 5 then I will delete that
When you will finish class 5 of?
math. Chapter 11 who did the
There is not mentioned how many types of soil.
9 plus anti-joy is equal to 9 plus
Please continue.
And then we are talking about soil made from that जो mountain होते हैं जो कुक के लिए बोलते हैं, that there is some soil made from that rocks I can say. And forest, so forest now you can see forest in earlier before many years ago there is so many trees you can see and forest also, but now people using trees for making for making their you can say nari, you can say table, chair.
like Dhula.
So people we also cut the tree for make chula, for make soup. So people are cutting the tree, so that's why forest
Cutting the tree is good.
cutting tree is good,
If they are planted one more tree.
but they are not planting. They are just
Did you cut and
they are
plant
not.
the tree? You cut and plant the tree.
I did not. I cut two trees. Then I did not plant any tree. So we are cutting the tree, so forest धीरे-धीरे खत्म हो रहा है. That's why
And forest will not there.
animals is forest is the main place of animal of wild animal. You can say lion.
And if
bear.
forest is not there, what will happen?
Forest will not there. You can see tree give us
Oxygen.
oxygen. This is also important for we are taking big oxygen and we are
बताइए बस कोई था.
inhaling and we are exhaling carbon dioxide.
अरे बच्चे. That you said air is important for breathing. Air is actually not there.
In air there is so many types. Like in the book is given with 71% is
Carbohydrate.
no not carbon.
Oxygen.
So now starting and so yeah.
At 20
78%, not 71%. 78% nitrogen gas
nitrogen.
and 21% oxygen. And another percent is in another 1% I can say 1% is argon, carbon dioxide and other gases. 1% are 21% only oxygen available, only 21% and 78% nitrogen gas. So forest is also wild animal and animals live in the forest. We are cutting that so
If
animals.
forest will not there, we will not survive. The human civilization will not there.
Forest is also trees is also forest makes since if there is so many trees forest may form from which from trees so many trees but and we are taking oxygen from trees oxygen trees
So I
provide us
am asking one thing. If there is no tree,
They are not only
why we if there is no toll and no petroleum.
if there is any vehicle which is running from coal and petroleum, so they cannot move.
And anything else?
And
Anything to
switch to electricity. So, but coal also provides us electricity.
yeah, but for electricity they are too many things.
Windmill also provides us electricity, and coal also provides us
We can make automatic windmill.
you, or you can make.
We can put so many windmill.
So there is windmill. Or
So my question is properly.
what is windmill? You know.
बड़ा लंबा पंखा लगा पूरा electricity बन रही. My question was only this: if there is no petroleum and no toll, so what then we फर्क human rate पे क्या फर्क पड़ेगा?
Can you tell me what
I'm asking you. You are telling
okay,
me.
I don't know.
That's why I was.
So what?
I don't know. That's
Oh,
why I
you
was.
don't know. That's what I said. So if what was your question? I'm trying to explain.
My question is that if then अगर वहाँ पर तो कोल और पेट्रोलियम नहीं है, ह्यूमन रेट तो उससे क्या फर्क पड़ेगा?
So I can say coal, petroleum, and so we are using petrol for vehicles, for any vehicles, and now electricity and coal provide us electricity. Coal is also important, and petrol is also important for vehicles.
Okay.
But you said if we will make electric vehicles, so electric vehicles also, so coal provide us electric vehicles, and I don't have any deep research about it, and I did not read in the book also. If coal is provide us electricity, and windmill also provide us electricity. Windmill also provide us electricity, but if coal will be not there, so what will happen? Is there any source so we can take electricity? I don't know. So I will search and I will check after that presentation. And rain harvesting. So people say that rain harvesting, like people if जब बारिश होती है, so somewhere you can see people are वो जो पानी को बचा रहे हैं, means they are storing water somewhere, and they can use after some times. That is rain harvesting. And in math, I learned about introduction to graphs.
Which type of graph?
Type of
Bar graph, pie graph, with
not bar graph. I already learned about bar graph. I already learned about pie chart. This is only they talk about line graph. This one. Right? Here I learned about, here in this chapter I learned about y-axis and x-axis. In this introduction to graph, here I learned about y-axis and x-axis. Like
I understood you.
I think this is, and they are talking about line graph. So like here this one vertical line, it will be y-axis, and this horizontal line will be x-axis.
Regarding science, you have completed chapter number 12, right? But 12 also you have completed. That is from week 1. Now we have, tomorrow will be week 3.
Don't lie.
I completed this example and also I just completed and here I completed. So still here they are just right. Till here I completed. Here I have to make line graph. I did not
I
write
will.
before. Maybe now I did not read this one. But I did. So in this question just I have to look at this graph and there is some questions. Here new thing I learned about in this chapter about line graph and about y-axis and x-axis.
y-axis x-axis you already knew before. Last year क्या आपने किया होगा?
Last year in the
Because I
bar
remember
last year
one person out of you has it failed. You are the one. But how is it possible? You are in class 8, he is in class 7.
When maybe I was doing
he was in class 8, he was using bar draft, he was doing that draft, but he don't know about axis and y-axis. That is numerically.
I did not.
He or she? She.
Yeah.
She was using x and y, but she was not
Knowing y-axis and axis.
Yes.
But that is how I don't know, that is we have no.
I just listened from somewhere axis about y-axis and x-axis, but I don't know which line is y-axis and which line is x-axis.
But that is we are,
And now,
I don't
still
know
now
how
they
that
are
is.
not telling in very detail. They are just telling this line is x-axis and this line is y-axis.
Yeah.
And how, I don't know how the learner that is knows about that.
Maybe search is learner friendly. Where you learn about y-axis and x-axis? In which class? Chapter? He said he learned in chapter book में नहीं है. तो आपने कहीं और सुना? हाँ? Book. Y-axis and x-axis are not in the book of class 7, but ये कह रहे हैं कि मैंने बताया.
हाँ उन्होंने बताया होगा.
I know that one of you has done some examples using
He
x and
did.
y.
I did not.
Not recently, a year ago. year नहीं मतलब ठीक है.
I remember one day, sir, he was doing, or I think I was doing about data handling chapter. So there, sir talk about y-axis and x-axis. That's I remember.
That's
लास्ट टेस्ट में भी जाता है इन क्लास 7 में भी
What
जाता
is
है.
the purpose of
क्लास 8
graph?
में भी जाता है.
Data handling is very easy to
Okay. What is the purpose of graph?
showing data.
Okay.
Means for representing the data.
Presenting data. Do you use graphs in your life?
I think
You are asking about future or
I said, do you use? Is this a future or present or past?
so
do you
till now I am not.
is it
Graphs.
I did
At all.
you graph in my real life.
No, I'm not using that.
Okay. But do you think that you can create data out of the
So I
graphs?
used it in, I remember I used it in Access somewhere I used, but where I use I don't remember. I use line graph also. I use that graphs, but I don't know about that. What we are using? We are just I think in Access.
Maybe last year there was something regarding attendance that you all were calculating. आपके
Maybe
attendance
about
में
seven
और-
center.
हाँ, maybe yes.
Where we use, but I use that, but on that time I don't know what I am using.
Can you create graph she's standing. So right now, what is she doing?
Bar
Line
graph, I can.
This is line graph, right?
This is about line graph.
Line
Bar
graph.
graph. We can use bar graph.
Then maybe the purpose would be
And,
different. Then in that case would be for TIC, TAM and TAE, TAS. That case, yes, bar graph would make sense.
9, 10, 12.
But for TIC, line graph might be ideal because it will show the slopes of Didi in the month of whichever month.
Means
In
like
line
this.
graph also I can show where one graph is showing two things,
Yes.
and I can
The
say
time and the temperature. Which two data you would take?
TIM and
Yes,
TI.
it has
not this one.
2 points.
This one.
So what is this?
Batman 1 and Batman 2. Batman A and Batman B.
Acha.
Same thing. 2
Yeah.
person. Data of 2 person for same.
Yeah, you could have it of 2 persons. Or 3. And it won't make much difference. Just that the line color would be different. Gopal would be yellow, Somya would be orange, Happy would be green, for example. Then you would be able to see कि क्या हो रहा है.
Teach for many.
And I think you already have that data in an Excel sheet. आप already TIC Excel sheet में कुछ
मैंने
लिखते हैं ना. So you don't even have to look somewhere. You have the data of the last how many months? 1 year. Really? Yeah, but I'm surprised you have a beautiful line graph.
See, this is your graph. You are very doing.
Mera, I will tell you later.
We will see her real graph.
So you want to see
Yes, of
Real
course, I would love to.
in my notebook or in Excel sheet?
Well, how will you do it in your? You have the data in your Excel. Not so
We
you
want to
also
see
have, but
for
don't
the
you?
year. We want to see for the
You
year.
have data of the year in the Excel. You have
1 day is missing.
one. So that's fine.
1 day or 2 days.
That's so not चलेगा.
चले
एक दिन I think I take a bad day.
But you know there are Excel formulas to create this. You don't have to create it manually.
I can try in Excel sheet. You can try. You can search and
There is some formula, insert formula or
we did before. I did.
When?
And I remember मैंने किया है. But I don't remember where I did. In time center. In our presentation of this, I don't remember where. I think if I will check my Excel sheet, then I can find where I did this.
But for the it will be a lot of data. You can have
Not only the name. Sir will not here.
huh?
Sir was not here
When?
when we are using. When I was using. Sir was not here. Maybe he was went somewhere.
insert by 990.
But I remember I used that graph. There is so many type of graph like and but I
Micro
don't know
Excel or Google Excel?
that thing. I don't know where I use.
Micro Excel में use. Google Excel में नहीं use.
But on that time I don't know what I am using because I don't understand. Now I can read the graph. I can solve the questions. But on that time I just put it because it was looking good. Kind of.
See the graph. See the graph. There are so many types.
But you need the data. Without data, the graph will be empty.
Is it done?
Which example can we do? Which one is the most complete?
All is very easy.
One is very easy.
But maybe here it will be little on here which I did not solve right now.
This one you have not solved.
I did not cannot solve and I don't know how to do also. So maybe in my notebook I can try to maybe watch classes and I think I can. So these are maybe a little difficult because there is already given graph and there is some portions which in short form in long form. All questions are based on graph because I solve it, but it takes time to solve because there is 5, 6, 7, 8 there is in question number 3 there is I think 6 or 7 questions. 7 questions.
ये यहाँ पे होंगे वो मैंने उसको थोड़ा कुछ किया ऐसे
Second week, middle of the third week. So plan
जो जाता है टाइम निकलता है दूसरा ऊपर चला दिया तो उस टाइम नहीं पूरे ये 3 पैसे अभी मैंने
वही होगा
3 centimeters.
3 centimeter half.
It is here it is from here it is 7 centimeters and from here it is 10 centimeters.
Okay.
So
Fine.
10 minus 9.
ये ज़्यादा इतना B93 to B93 55
This global, right? ये भी हो जाएगा. So this is maths and science, right? Maths and science के बारे में और कुछ?
No.
मैथ्स के इस हफ्ते आपका क्या प्लान था?
इस हफ्ते मैं from this week my plan was to complete this book.
This is the last chapter. हाँ.
And complete
आधे से
R.S. Agarwal book.
हाँ.
ये भी था
That thick book.
Thin book,
Thin book.
not thick for
और उसका
cutting.
क्या status है?
Because there, when I saw that book, there is so many questions.
Yeah.
There is test paper also.
Yeah.
Then I realized it will not going to be finished in 1 week. It will take 2 weeks.
Okay. Have you started? You have not.
I will start from tomorrow.
और साइंस का क्या आपका प्लान था?
कल करे तो आज
Science,
करे तो
just this book is to complete
आपका अभी का आपको ये था ना?
chapter 11 and chapter 12 complete.
Alright. Now let's go to English.
Daily 10 chapter read
हाँ.
in English.
हाँ. You can bring your word meaning notebook and writing का जो notebook है, anything which you have in English, you can bring that. And
you are in writing you are in writing you are in writing एक नंबर
I want to tell you
Yes, ma'am.
something in what English book and writing and in word meaning.
we cannot hurt anybody
In writing and sorry, in word meaning, there is I already write words. I already written words. Yeah, I already written words. So I am just doing this is of 10. Till here I did means till from here I started. So this is of 10, 12, 12. Yeah, 10 of 12, 12 of 12,
हाँ
This May.
इसमें together DISMAY
This May. This May. I don't know. I don't remember.
Try now. What the many display like Tintarinta?
Gopalji, why don't you ask
Wow.
words?
What's for me? I don't remember anything. I think I.
ये तो हमें बोल नहीं पा रहे हैं effective
Asai Prabhav.
element
Element Tattva. Something like.
embody enlightenment enlightenment
Enlightenment. Picking up. Enlightenment.
creatin
Greeting.
creatin
King. Speaking.
creatin creatin
Tarat. Something like.
Yes, it can be.
How many word meaning he will ask? I answered in maybe 3 word meaning. 4.
One more.
I cannot tell you that I cannot allow it.
In me,
Permission, I don't have permission.
blood meaning. Blood meaning.
Sorry.
BLOOMIND. Blow, blowing. BLOOMIND.
Blooming.
Blooming.
Blowing.
Blooming.
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 Didi, what is your strategy for the word meanings? If I asked you words of a couple of months ago, you would know those words?
Which one?
2 months ago. Random. Let's say January के कुछ words होंगे ना? Okay.
If I just write it
What's the
word
name?
meaning, I mean sometimes first I am reading books, I underline the words, and then just I write down the word meaning, search word meaning and then write down. I am not remember any words. Sometimes I just read. Some meanings I remember, and after when I will my planning when I will complete this, then I will try to make sentence.
After that, you will make sentences with each of the words.
Which words which I feel difficult to remember?
Sufficient, palliative,
Like
intent,
there is one meaning
occupy,
street,
greater means,
this is easy, I remember.
labor,
This type of meaning
impractical,
I just use in my words, but that meaning which are difficult to remember, that I will make
But when do we make sentences?
when we don't remember that.
So, but let's say there are multiple words that you would not remember. You make the sentences after learning the word and translating it, then you make the sentence. Where do you make that sentence?
First, my planning was to first read book, which I am trying to read daily 10 pages. And if I write word meanings, and then first write word meanings and then just read the word meanings, because if I will doing rote write, sometimes later वो भूल जाएगा. So I will just read word meanings daily, 10 word meanings or 20 word meanings. I will just read, and then on in that word meaning, if I feel any difficult, any words, so that words I will underline and I will make sentence. I will not going to
Where do
translate
you make the sentences?
in my notebook.
This
There is
notebook-
notebook of sentence formation.
There is a notebook of sentence
I
formation. Do
already
we use it?
I use it. I make some sentence also already. This is writing. Two times I make creative writing, and yesterday I don't have any idea how this story I need to make. So I just copied. I just doing not yesterday writing. It is not creative. Let's write it from
I am the brother.
chapter first of the mountain is Ferrari Nitka.
मैंने कहा बेचुला दीजिए दा ठीक बात है लाइट ही आई Brian was the drew of मैंने हमने कल रात एक पिक्चर बनाया तो उनमें थी ना ड्राइंग
Drawing.
सेंटर एंड ऑल दैट मैं बना रहा था मैंने बनाया डू यू वांट टू सी अभी वो प्रोग्राम है
Sorry.
अभी उसको प्रिंट किया जा रहा है प्रिंट हो रहा है You are a learner. Do you are a learner? But I do not think you are a learner. If you are a learner, did you do your deleting the teacher and transfer timetable? Where is your deleting the teacher and transfer timetable? Give me your notebook. I will check your deleting the teacher and transfer timetable.
Which page would this be?
The weight up top.
Wake up call.
मैंने कंप्यूटर की जरूरत नहीं है ना आपको?
No.
Why you are only?
First ask from ma'am. Ma'am, we can close.
तब इंटरनेट नहीं होता मैं जो भी पेंटिंग बनाता हूँ ऐसे ही बना डिलीट कर देता है
You can search on ChatGPT why it is happening, and you can search on Perplexity, search on Google, so many things.
मुझे फिर वो बनाना पड़ेगा डिसेबल बाय ओनर ओनर ने डिसेबल कर ओनर हम ही है तो वही डिसेबल करते हैं
Who was owner?
हम ही तो ओनर थे
Who was owner?
डिसेबल बाय ओनर
It's okay, make it again.